Right, so we've got lovely even skin tone.
Right.
Right. Next is colour. We need to add colour. We need to, you know, you use cover up, don't you?
Yeah.
To take out the colour we don't want, and then we have to put the colour back in.
Yeah.
So giving ourselves that lovely, healthy flush of colour. Bronzers are great. The only thing with bronzer I feel is very summer, and also some skin tones, hair colours don't suit bronze. Like my beautiful, gorgeous friend is a redhead, porcelain skinned. She'd look ridiculous with a tan. She'd never tan.
Yeah.
So I like peach, and I always say peach is a girl's best friend because it not only gives you that flush of colour and it warms up the skin, but it brightens. It's a real complexion boost.
Would you say, because I love peach, I've always liked, I mean, I'm actually slightly obsessed with blusher, and your blusher was the first product of yours that I discovered, and I absolutely love it because it really is so creamy and dewy, and it's fabulous colour. Would you say peach is a colour that suits everybody?
Yeah, I really do, and I think it's...
Do you only do it in this one colour?
I do, yeah, I'll do it in this one colour. So it covers the broadest spectrum of skin tones, works slightly differently. So the darker the skin tone, it becomes more of a sort of highlight, but it covers the broadest spectrum. And what I like about peach, the reason why peach is so clever is because it's got an orange undertone, and it's the orange in bronzer that warms up the skin, because our skin's quite sallow. So you want to warm, you want to add warmth, so that's what the orange does. But also peach has a pink undertone, and pink brightens.
Right.
So you put the two together. This is the quickest way to boost the complexion. So I like to put, exactly as you're doing, a little bit on my hand, because it's so pigmented. You don't have to layers.
Yes, it is very pigmented. So a little goes a long way.
And then I just use the same brush.
So which end?
I like the finger brush because it gives you a little bit more direction and control.
Okay.
So I like to do the apple of the cheeks.
Right.
Because when you're facing someone, they can see this lovely rosy, peachy glow in the cheeks. So apple of the cheeks, and then bring it up onto your cheekbones. So exactly the same place, pretty much, that you
because I know it's pigmented, I'm being quite sparing. And then do you blend it with this side?
I usually use the same to blend it, because I don't want to spread it. I want to keep it very much to the apple of the cheeks, and then onto my upper cheekbone, because it also lifts the cheekbones.
Like that?
And then what's nice, you can add more if you want it, but because it blends and buffs into your foundation, into your skin, it looks like natural skin. And I really like creme liquid blushers because they blend into the skin, which means the texture of your skin still comes through. Whereas if you use powder sits on top of the skin, it will always look like a blusher.
Yeah.
And you don't want that. You want it to be seamless.
No, I mean, to me that looks so. I could probably put even a little bit more on.
Yeah, I sometimes build the apple of the cheek just a little bit.
It's such a flattering texture.
And I think that's what we need.
Creamy and dewy. Now I usually just do it there, but you have
other
tricks.
I have other tricks, because actually blush gives you colour to the cheeks, but what I felt we needed to pick up the complexion. We need to boost the complexion, almost as though you've been on a lovely holiday. So in the same way that you use bronzer, put a little bit on the forehead.
What, just right across?
Just on the side.
Oh, on the
side.
Just
on the sides, a little bit on the forehead.
So, sort of like that?
Yeah. Down the nose. So really where the sun would catch the face. Tiny little bit on the chin. And I do like to just bring it down onto my neck, because it's got, it's nice to have a little bit of colour, but also it's got light reflecting pearl, very soft gold undertone. So as you move, it just reflects light. And then the real trick is a light wash just through the eyelids. Oh. So it's almost like...
That does, I can see that has just given a real
brightens the eye area.
Flushy boost to the... So it just...
Yeah, so I just literally do that.
Just sort of...
Yeah, it's not even... the other thing is it's not even... It's so easy to do. And if you put too much on, because it's a creme, you can just blend and buff it. So I like foundation and products that give you that coverage, but we still need that pick-me-up. You want to boost the complexion, and peach, I always say this, is a girl's best friend.
Yeah.
So you can see, you know, and for someone who is no makeup, no makeup, and it's just like, you could just use these two products.
That's it.
Give your skin that lovely.
So just those two on their own will make you look completely natural.
Yeah.
But dewy and lovely as if you have gorgeous skin.
Yeah. It's your skin but better. And it's using the medium. See, makeup's so powerful. A medium to transform. I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like you. I use retinol products. I use skincare, and you want to do that. And I'm mindful about what I eat and all that sort of stuff. But if I want a quick fix, there is nothing quicker than that.
And listen, our skin's never going to be. I mean, I damaged my skin in the sun years ago anyway, so it's never going to be perfect. So,
Stage 2, perfect skin.
So that's 2. So that's step 1, step 2.
Yeah.
And okay, we are taking a lot longer.
Step 1, even the skin coverage. Step 2, give yourself that healthy flush of colour to boost the complexion. Then step 3 and 4, or step 3, because it's really 3 steps, is we need a little bit of added definition, because as we age, you know, we lose collagen, we get, you know, wrinkles, the structure of our face changes, our bright brows thin out, we lose fullness in our lips. So we need to add a little bit of structure and a bit of definition. So for me, it's brows. Really important to do brows because they frame the face, and you can lift that part of the face. Brows
are so important. I mean, that's why. I mean, I have over plucked brows that died when I was about 16. I killed them. So you know, I had years of these tiny little threadbare brows, you know, spending every day trying to fill them in. So in the end, I just gave up and I tattooed them.
Yeah,
they're very faded now, but
great though.
So they do need a bit of help right now, and this is a great colour. This is a colour I would choose for myself anyway.
The trick with brows, and for anybody, any brow product, most brow products are too warm. They have too much orange and red in them, which means it looks like you've drawn them in. And of course, the no makeup is your brows. You want to mimic.
Well, this is a sort of grey brown, which suits me. But would you say this is a good one for everybody?
Yeah, really. It's a really clever colour, because it's like you say, it's grey. It means it's got blue in it, and it's cool. So you want to mimic your natural
I'm just filling in.
hair.
I'm lucky because I have the shape here, because
you've got an amazing shape. And I made it a pencil, so you know, if you can write your name, you can do your brows. People go, I can't do brows, it's so technical, and there's all these YouTube videos about drawing lines. I'm like, who's going to do that?
Well, I know, unfortunately, well, it's a lot of work, and a lot of people do look like they have drawn brows on their face, which is, you know, they're very hard lines, and you know, that's, so
the rule is, your brows are sisters, they're not twins. You know, if you want it to look as natural, then you just follow the natural contour of your brows, and they're different on both sides.
Yeah.
And just bring it around. But it's really easy to do brows, and they make such a difference because they add that definition to the face.
Well, I do think they, you know, if you do want to give your face a lift, and if you want to look a bit younger, then I do think, you know, brows, I've spoken about that a lot on Ageless as well. Having very thin brows, very faded brows is incredibly aging, isn't it? And it's just so unnecessary.
Yeah, you don't need to. So for me, adding that definition is probably even more so than, you know, people say, well, I have to wear mascara to, you know, have luscious lashes, but actually it's better to do your brows and not worry about the mascara.
Yeah.
And then on the other end of our pencil, because where you add definition, you add light. And that's what highlights, and it
now, I wasn't sure what to do with that.
Right, so this is just a natural skin highlighter.
Right.
So you know when you get an eyeshadow palette, you always highlight the brow bone. Well, that is your brow bone highlight, but it's got no shimmer in it. So where this brow bone here is, just where the brow bone is under the brow.
So under the eyebrow.
Yeah, you just colour it in. Just highlight it.
Oh, it's just a really...
It's a very natural
flesh colour. How thick do I do that line?
You can go as thick as you want. Actually, it doesn't really matter, because then you can, if you've got a hard edge, you can just blend it in
with a brush or just by
yeah,
finger.
with a finger.
Okay.
And it's the mix of the dark, the definition, and the highlight that gives you that sort of brow lift. Yeah, that's great. And then I've got another little trick, which I love this trick, I do it every day, which is sort of wide awake eyes.
Yeah.
Is using that flesh colour.
Yeah.
You know, makeup artists always say put a little bit of highlighter on the inner corner.
Yes.
Because they want to brighten.
Yes.
So using that highlight, what I like to do is, and just draw like a thick line. I mean, like from the inner corner, the inner corner of your eye, on the top lid, just draw
all the way along. So along my lashes.
Yeah.
So I'm just. So yeah, that just sort of wakes
you
up
can
your
go.
eye.
And if you've got a little bit, I'll do it on mine. If you've got more discoloration or colour, then you can make the line quite thick, and you actually can put quite a lot on. And because it's just on the lash line, it doesn't go into the crease. It doesn't matter if you've got slightly crepey eyelids. So can you see?
Yes.
How it just brightens the eye area, and then you can just do the underneath in that inner corner.
Underneath?
Yeah, just in that inner corner, just underneath. Because we have a lot of darkness in the inner corner of our eyes, and it makes us look tired. Just want to brighten.
Well, that's a really good trick. It just brightens and wakes up your eye. Put some underneath.
I'm doing mine now, because I've got to even out my other eye.
And then of course, I mean, you know, we're not going to do a sort of an eye makeup today, but and then you could just do your eye makeup on top of that. I mean, I always like to do a little eye line, because that makes your eye pop, and I know you do some lovely colours.
I do. I use eyeliner as well, actually.
Because it makes a huge difference, I think. But for now, we won't do that. So if you're just, you know, spending a minute doing your makeup, you may not want to do this. But if you just want to wake up a bit, just putting a little bit there will just widen your eyes and help to do that. So
that's the definition at the top.